Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, where we're having some trouble down here in this jungle. Things have not been going ideally. You know what, I'm thinking we need to just be building armies differently down here. I've been very stubborn about my one army composition that we found that works for a lot of things, but fighting a force that is always going to be ambushing us no matter the situation, that can summon units in the middle of, excuse me, in the middle of my stuff, probably the way to go here is not the big fragile gun line strategy. So what I'm thinking is maybe we want to rely some more on monster units with this army. Like, what do we actually have here in the floating pyramid? Of course, we have access to more colossi, which are probably pretty good against Skaven. I don't think cannons are really a good call. Deck gunners are going to be even worse than the rifles. Oh, hey, what about crabs? This is not the building. They're from this building, right? Yeah. The crab gunnery mobs. They're relatively tough. A lot of armor, at least. They're... I was going to say they're probably faster moving than our ground troops. And I guess they probably are, but man, 45 speed. But they have that, They have the handgunners mounted on their backs. Their shots don't pierce armor, but their melee attacks do. Yeah, you know what? Let's upgrade our gunnery building here and try to get some crab gunnery mobs. We'll see if they're any good against Skaven. They're probably going to be better than the thing we're doing now. Also, we have to get the hell out of here. Right, if we were to attack them now, they'd be able to get the garrison from their settlement, and honestly, their army probably straight up beats my army at this moment anyway. Yeah, we'll just get back on our side of the line, and can I raise dead? I can raise dead a little bit here. Let's get some units that I think will actually survive against this Skaven. Also, handguns are generally good. And cannons, I think, are good against Skaven. We just gotta, like, refill this army so that they don't track us down and attack us immediately. Like a couple of bloated corpses, probably, and then we need melee. So we're showing 11 plus the 6 here. 7, 8, 9. Okay. It is nice to be undead. Get away with a lot of nonsense by being undead. Alright, what else has happened this turn? Celestra is just sailing south as fast as she can. Harness the ghoul winds. Wait a minute, do we have undead wind powering our undead ships? Why wouldn't normal wind be good enough? I think we're probably fine using the normal wind. Alright, what am I doing over here? I am taking the Twisted Glade, right? Yeah, the Twisted Glade and then Hotex Column. Okay, let's do that. We probably want to have Peggy lead, and what I'm thinking here is just we want to have her in ambush mode. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll have her sit in ambush mode, because I still don't really know where this Skaven clan's armies are at. So we can keep trying to bait them into a trap. It's possible that we will get baited into a trap instead, because... you know, ambush on attack is very difficult to deal with, but I feel like this army's a little bit more resilient against it, at least. I want him to be, like, slightly in front of her, because if they do attack, I want them to attack his army, not her army. But he's within her ambush radius, so in order to touch him, they have to trigger her ambush if her ambush works. And then we may as well dig for treasure, because there's no penalty to digging for treasure, and I may have forgotten where all of our treasure maps are. That might be a thing that's happened. I don't want to go, you know, throwing out wild accusations here. Okay, we definitely have to go back and defend the Shrine of Cain. The Skaven navy that was in the water here went back on land, right? Yeah, I think this is the right defensive move. We're going to have a tough go at this, though. We don't exactly know what they're bringing. My big concern is this army. I think we're going to beat this one. This one might be a bigger problem. I guess we'll find out. If they want to get on land and wait for their coordination to get together, we might be able to snipe them then. Okay, this army is relatively elite. I still don't think rat ogres are very good, though. I don't know if they're going to march on us or if they're just slowly resettling all of this stuff. Okay, treasure maps. What was she doing? Right, the volcano. Okay. Well, we can certainly go over to the volcano and dig here. Actually, can I do this?
Yes. All ship shape.
Clan Rictus is already taken. All of everything everywhere. Oh hey, immortality, hooray! Alright, we'll dig for treasure next turn. Yeah, man, this sucks. We're going to have to... What are we going to have to do? We're going to have to either come down here and clear all of this stuff out, or we're going to have to wipe out their northern holdings and then try to secure peace, and it only has to work for a little while, right? Where am I rebelling? Oh. Alright, well, you know what? If we turn off taxation, public order will hold for a little while. And then we should probably actually build a public order building. Empire corruption is trending up, but not high enough. But, this is not an option. We have to build a public order building. Alright, and then we have 3,600 gold remaining. Is there any place else that... Whoa, alright. A single click of my mouse wheel scrolls us down that much. That is not a useful amount. In the southern jungles, we are also sad. This is a lack of corruption problem? Yeah, look at that. We're at -9 public order from lack of corruption. I mean, it's trending back in our direction, but not by all that much. We just install a public order building here, too? Yeah, alright. We have so many places that we need to build walls yet as well. Honestly, being down an army is probably going to be helpful, because we need this income for a while. Alright, I think that is, I think that's it. I think that's all we can do. Let's hope that nothing terribly stupid happens. So yeah, this is going to be tough. We're not going to be able to make any progress here for a little while, because I really, really don't want to rebuild that army. They are still securing influence, as though it could possibly matter. Oh, and you're just going to go at us right now, huh? Well, I mean, this battle is going to look real familiar. This is not really anything new, and it looks like the auto balance, the auto resolver is going to give it to us, so let's just take it and move on. Wow, that's, those are some losses. Maybe I should have fought that manually, although to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure that I would have gotten a better result than this. Like, the guns are still alive, all of the melee died. That looks a lot like how it looks when I fight. Do we want to just take replenishment, maybe? Boy, that is not very much replenishment. Now, let's take the money.
More power.
Yep, and these guys are sailing hard because they want to take advantage of the wounds they just created. Well, the good news is we're going to get to replenish our dead from the raised dead pool, and we're going to get out of march mode. So the next battle should be slightly easier. Yeah, I'm not pleased with how much Clan Rictus has taken stuff over here. See, the idea was, when an enemy starts to fill in this area, we will know about it. Well, you know, we'll see them creeping over it, and we'll be able to attack them while they're weakened from resettling. But the Skaven have been very, very sneaky about this. And I was not paying enough attention. I was so distracted with Ulthuan that I wasn't coming over here to, like, manually check stuff ever. So that's my bad. Gotta keep an eye on things when there are Skaven nearby. Although, in my defense, I did not realize that there was a major Skaven force over here. This guy is, he was not in at the launch of the game. He is a more recent faction. Well, we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with this. I just don't have enough bodies. We can... I'm trying to think. The two armies that are in the north probably have to come deal with all this stuff. So are we going to just cede the northern territory back to the Dark Elves? It would be very challenging, I think, to fight all of these Skaven while also holding on to all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. If we establish a decent enough base up there, we can make some money off of the land up there and maybe be able to afford another army. But even, like, one more army is not going to do it, right? One more army is just going to get us barely back to holding in the jungle down here. Alright, this turn the Cloud Coast is actually going to rebel. We'll deal with it. Oh, I'm so close, Lothar, and your time is coming. What's going to be the best? You go fastest in the most coastal waters. So I guess the play here is going to be just continue along the coast. Next turn we can maybe make landfall or at least get close.
Not this star.
She decided to step... Oh! Because there's elves right there. Well, we may as well handle this. I think... Even though this battle is also going to be very familiar, I think we're going to manual this one because I really do want to try to minimize casualties. We're going to have to take out that settlement with just Selastra's army, and we're not going to get to replenish, really. We have no friendly territory down here, and out of friendly territory replenishment is much, much weaker. So let's try to really maximize our effectiveness here. Now, it's possible that me playing the battle is not going to be more effective than letting the battle be auto-resolved. Yeah, there's a non-zero chance of that, but with Selastra's army in particular, the auto-resolver doesn't seem to like try to take advantage of summoned units to reduce casualties or anything. So, this terrain is horrible. Really, really, truly terrible. You can set up back here, I guess. Like, if we try to set up down here, we're going to run into a serious problem with this hill. The Colossus up on the hill should be very effective. The mortar will do good work once we're actually, you know, once they're in range. My concern here is that they are not going to be in range for the initial part of the battle, and we may have a hard time convincing them to come over here. But also, I suppose, it is the case that they don't have any artillery, so maybe we just sit back here and be okay. Should probably have Selastra a little bit further to the side. Okay. Start battle, immediately hit this. Queen Bess's attack range actually does reach them. Oh man, the Queen Bess is good. Oh. Sorry. Force of habit there. I was like, why isn't anything happening? Here it comes. That's a pretty good shot. Look at this. Look at them obviously knowing that was coming. We're not going to get to see that being effective, but it was effective. I suppose we should throw up the buffs, the initial buffs. And here, this is a situation where we can summon the summonables a little bit earlier because of the fact that we're on raised ground, so we can just fire over our troops to hit the enemy. Where are you at? You're firing from all the way over there? Really? Okay, well, I guess I'll back up. That seems like it should not be in range. Get some Queen Bess focus on these Sisters of Avalorn. They're always a problem. Alright, so Tyrion's dead already. We know they have ranged, or they have fast units coming in around the sides. That's why I put my melee on the sides like this. But like, how much do I want to actually pull our guns away from forward firing? My concern here is that we do have to break down their melee troops a little bit. You know what? It's fine. Let's grab 3 units of gunners and turn like this. Robert could just ride on him now. Well, I want to be a little careful with Robert because of the sisters. Let's just have Robert ride forward, though. We'll have him ride away from those sisters. And this seems like an okay time to start bringing in the reinforcements. Just back all the way up. So we're just going to get around here and... Oh, never mind. They're broken. Alright, all of you need to start shooting. Takes a long time for my units to start firing. You're fighting over here. The sirens, actually all of our melee units on this side can just run after the cavalry. It doesn't really matter. Like, they don't have any particularly compelling reason to just hang around. I suppose I could pop this. Okay. You know, let's just have the guns back up a little bit here. Sirens will hold that guy in place. I don't think I got that. I hit him a little. Basically, I'm just trying to, like, disrupt their formation here. So Astra can cut that. Phoenix in half real fast. Actually, you guys should shoot at them. Phoenix gives up. Actually, Robert should try to ride out of that formation if he can. Stupid Phoenix, get out of here. Also, here's what I think of you guys. God, that might be a little too powerful. This sword is a little ridiculous. Yeah, the Sisters of Avalorn always having longer range. Like, it seems like every time we meet one of these units, it has longer range than the ones we fought before. They're a real problem. But 53 losses, like, this is definitely lower casualties than we would have taken on auto-resolve. Auto-resolve always beats your units up. Well, not always, but very often beats your units up. Still haven't managed to get these sirens up to gold ranks yet. And unfortunately, my polearm depth guard mostly just gets shot at. It is a little frustrating how good the AI is at yeah, let's just take the replenishment on this one. How good the AI is at figuring out, like, what is the unit that needs to not get shot, and how to get their units in position to safely shoot that guy. What else? What else? You're probably... Yeah, we're never gonna map action you. I guess I could take levels of wound just in case. He is just giving everybody in the army XP at all times, so we can increase the amount of that he does. This skill just increases his melee attack damage. This skill is just increasing HP and melee defense. And frankly, he's already a good fighter in melee. Alright. Can we... We cannot finish this. Well, that's annoying. I'm gonna assume that we can't take this at full speed. Oh, nope, that one totally worked. My army will perform better in battle, please. Heavy iron. Armor-piercing damage, weapon strength, and... Okay, so unfortunately, not any of the stats that we actually use to fight people. Alright, we have unassigned skill points somewhere. We will deal with them when we get to them. I guess let's just hit the thing now. So you have... Okay, you do not have Curse of Undeath yet. That's important. Alright, Burke Black and Peggy Rains need to get down here and take the Twisted Blade.
Admiral of the fleet.
Something tells me we're going to find that it has a full garrison and actual walls.
Swiftly now.
So we may as well retax, because it's not going to make a difference. Here... Yep, they have walls. That's annoying. Let's just auto-resolve this real fast. Okay, so we will be automatically replenished. Yeah, we'll be pretty much back and forth.
For eternity.
keep getting points of that. I mean, maybe if we do enough damage up here to the Skaven holdings, that the Skaven forces will turn around and come fight us. It doesn't really sound like them, but who knows? We can be hopeful. This guy is 1 level off. I'm gonna finish taking weapon strength on him. This guy's 1 level off of being immortal.
I have sailed the world.
You could just go into ambush mode again. Just hang out near the settlement in ambush mode. They are sailing back toward us. We did get to keep the garrison building. It'll take a turn or two for us to replenish, but man, this is an awkward turn for the rebellion to occur as well. All right, what do we have? Oh, Blacklight Tower definitely needs its walls. Do we want to advance Karen Car to a level 3 settlement and put a proper garrison building into it, or do we want to be able to get walls around Slaver's Point? I think Slaver's Point is a lot less likely to be attacked, given its position. But Karen Car already has walls. It's likely the enemy would slow roll an attack on Karen Car. Yeah, let's upgrade Slaver's Point. Gosh, it's nice to have money again. Alright. Cat Reigns is almost back at full. We could just grab like a bloated corpse and some deckhands or something. Man, can we see what's in this army? No, of course not. I'm a little worried that she is maybe not going to be capable of handling this herself. Because the garrison at the Shrine of Cain is all torn up, right? Yeah, look at that. 2,000 health, less than 1,000. I guess another option we have, what we could do very temporarily here, is just hire a lord. Yeah, let's do this. Let's hire a lord, and we have a pretty large raised dead pool there. We'll hire a lord just very temporarily. Yeah, you'll do.
All bombs on deck. Admiral.
We'll step Cat Reigns out of the settlement. Just a tiny little bit. Come on.
Yes, master.
There we go.
All bombs
Have the new
on
lord
deck.
step into the settlement.
Fall in.
I'm not sure what I want to do with Cat Reigns yet, but we're going to fill Cat Reigns' army here with bad melee, I guess.
Blood and plunder.
And then we're going to hire everything that's left in this pool. Just maximum number of units that we can put together here. Shrine of Cain. Oh, the Shrine of Cain's walls are not building. Okay, so that's a good use of our money this turn.
Ready.
And then the question is, do we want to put Cat Reigns into replenishment mode, or we could just go into... I'm going to go into ambush mode here. Let's see if this works. Let's see if they don't realize I'm here. They come in and we just overwhelm them with superior numbers. Inferior units, but superior numbers of those units.
All bombs on deck.
Cat Rogers over here, now running this army, needs to figure out what she's doing. She's probably just playing defense, right? Like every time we go actually into that jungle, we get torn apart. And we don't have the resources necessary to reform her army into something better at the moment. Walls around the floating pyramid will be up next turn. Yeah, maybe I just have to back off and play defense on this front for the moment. I don't think I can advance on enemies in a useful way.
Prepare my coffin.
Lenny Sea Legs can run around and do stuff, though.
No, need my warp token stash.
Boy, what does he do? He could just get in that army, I suppose. Is this that? Yeah, that's that battle that just happened. He could... Yeah, let's just have him run around and harass people. Who else needs orders?
On deck.
Oh, yeah.
Move it. Time to go.
Oh, this was just a miserly hoard of treasure. Well, alright. Not all wonders are created by the gods. Okay, so we got another miserly hoard of treasure thing here. So what do we have left? We have this Ish's Tears thing that I don't know what to do with. We have the Ancients, whatever, which Cat Reigns can maybe look into once she's done fending off Dark Elves. It rises from Manon's firmament like a tooth unfettered from a yearning maw. So Manon is a sea god. Manon's firmament is the ocean. It'd be like up here somewhere? Oh, maybe they just mean the Isle of Albion? This fang's crown may be worth more than mere gold. Okay, well I think this is where the map is pointing. And this makes sense, right? A tooth unfettered from a yearning maw rising from the firmament. Okay, so we'll send somebody over there at some point. We have another skull thing over here. Flora of the world is exquisite in its danger and beauty. Is there a set of animals down here? Just any kind of animal? Horses in particular, apparently. I think this could just be like any kind of animal you can see anywhere on the map. Well, alright. There's some sweet dinosaurs. Okay. That's probably where that is going. We can work on that with Silostra. And we have an imminent rebellion here, which we know about. Unfortunately, not a ton I can do about it. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe we'll get an ambush off on Tretch Craventail. Maybe he'll sail over here. Huh. That rebellion appeared by the settlement that we're at now. That was not my understanding for how that worked. I thought the rebellion always appeared near the capital of the settlement if you owned the capital. Okay, interesting. She's just leaving. Well, I'm surprised by that. And my ambush was foiled, and they just... Boy, my ambush was foiled, and they just teleported clean through it, huh? How did he get on land? He sailed to here, and then disappeared and reappeared over there. That's weird. Because, right, he should have had to move through our zone of control in order to get over here, which he cannot do. Maybe I am misunderstanding some mechanics somewhere. Well, at least he's in range, like we can attack him. So we are drawing their attention back over here to try to defend their stuff. It looks like they already own everything to the south, but if they're not attacking us down there, that's, you know, that is definitely to our benefit. We do not need to wipe this guy out. What we need is to either scare him into a temporary peace treaty or weaken him enough, whatever it takes, to get him to not attack our jungle holdings. And then once we've got things a little bit more settled in this area, we can go and wipe out his jungle holdings. Are you declaring war on me again? Oh no, you're already at war with me currently. No. This is a tiny little nation right here. I think we actually need their land is the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna refuse this. We need to wipe them out. Getting peace with them is not helpful to us at this moment. All these guys are still sailing around, thinking they're so special. We'll deal with them eventually. Oh, what? Oh, right, we're still at war with these guys. Yes, fine. Peace is acceptable to me. I completely forgot that they exist. How long have we been at war with them? We've not seen them once. Alright, they're still securing, what do you call it? Aminar is rising and attacking this sea region. Woe betide any vessel that strays into these waters, whatever. Burke Black is increasing public order. Okay. So Tyrion's army went this way. Where exactly did they go? Oh, hey, look at that. Look at all of those ships. Look at all of those ships going out of their way to defend the High Elves. Man, that's annoying. Why are you here? Why are you here right now at this moment? Well, we're almost in perfect health. The question is, do we just charge them? No. They think we shouldn't.
Definitely not.
Yeah, man, Dark Elves and High Elves sure do work together a lot when I am trying to fight either one of them.
Light of Avalon.
They just replaced Tyrion with Alariel. I really want to get to the Star Tower and just end all this nonsense. But this is maybe too much for my army to handle, potentially. Then again, Selystra's army is very good. Why don't we... I'm just going to come in and attack the smaller army here. Thing is, Selystra's troops are so valuable that it would be a real shame to have a battle go completely sideways. And this is the kind of way that sort of thing could actually happen.
Unthinkable.
They don't really have a lot of ranged. They have a lot of melee though. And we don't have the replenishment in Selystra's army that we have in some armies. Honestly, like that's the only real change I would think of making with her, is maybe getting her a vampire caster. Just so that we could have that huge amount of infinite health. What we could do instead is sail around this side. Hope that they separate a little bit, and then we can fight them in more favorable circumstances. Or honestly, even just let the Dark Elves sail past us, because we have defenders on Ulthuan. I'm gonna try that. Let's back off for a moment and see if we can get them to separate a little bit. Give them some time to make a mistake here. Yeah, okay. So, Burke Black and...
I don't think so.
Yeah, Burke Black and Peggy Rains need to kill Tretch Craventail real quick. Let's just grab another bloated corpse for each of the armies. I expect this should not be too terribly difficult, given our massive numerical advantage. Of course, he's going to refuse to engage, and we're going to have to chase him. Wow, he really runs.
Don't linger.
The galleon awaits.
It was really nice of this rebellion to spawn right here. So I think what happened is he like executed his full move before revealing our ambush, because he would not have stopped here otherwise. We are definitely just going to take this as an auto-resolve. Causes fear and terror. You know who really causes fear and terror? This... do you guys already do that? They probably already do that. Whatever. Frenzy on one of you. Leadership up on one of you, because leadership is definitely the problem we have. Alright. Get out of here, Tretch Craventail.
Exchange them for plunder.
That was actually a remarkable amount of money for fighting a Skaven army. Why was that army so valuable? Speed plus 12%, plus 4 leadership during subterranean intercept battles. Boy, that's a very specific bonus. Alright, we permanently killed a bunch of his characters, which is cool. I mean, he'll just hire more.
Admiral of the fleet.
Peggy can turn around and put the rebellion down real fast.
Spoils for all.
Okay, this
Move your spine with
was alright. This thing went okay.
Landfolk are weak.
She's so very close to being immortal. I cannot wait. Do I want her... Let's see. We probably want to finish off getting Arcane Conduit with her. The Curse of Years is a pretty powerful spell. We'll grab, like... Do I want to grab Curse of Years and Earthing and skip Magical Reserves for now? We'll come back for Magical Reserves. We do need to actually fight a battle with Peggy Rains so that we can see Wind of Death in action. It's just a lot of these battles have been like really straightforward and not that interesting. Also, I saw a level up there and I got all excited, but it's the guy who was already level 20. This guy will probably level up after the next battle. Alright, what do you need? More red line. I wish I could attach little notes to them, so I could just tell myself, my future self, what I was intending to do. You know, honestly, the animated Hulks have been totally fine. They're not amazing units, but they are totally fine. So, we have public order problems still, as you might imagine. Lack of corruption is minus 16 public order right now. Well, we're working on it.
Vampire of the waves.
And I know our ambushes keep not working, but I'm going to keep trying them.
Will intercept.
You just back up to here and go into
By your will.
encampment mode. The thing is, the way we're doing this, even if the encampments don't work, or even if the ambushes don't work, we're still getting really good value out of keeping the armies together. So I'm not that concerned about getting access to rotting leviathans in this army. We definitely need to either get the ability to summon mortars locally, or we need to start working toward, like, maybe the ranged building, I guess? Yeah, it's either the ranged building or the artillery building. You know, this whole force is a little... Oh no, never mind. Actually, we have all the mortars we need. It's the southern force that doesn't have mortars. Yeah, let's get the gunnery building then. In order to install the mortar building, we would need another 4 populations, so 4 turns. Also, we stole some armor there. I haven't done a pass on people's gear in a while. I'll worry about it off camera. In between episodes.
The crew are
Alright, so Peggy's where Peggy needs to be.
Ship shape.
Cat Rains is where Cat Rains needs to be, but I think maybe we want to just disband Beatrix the Stasher. Like, really, we needed an army here for 1 turn. Now that Hellebron has backed up.
Corsair of the night.
And the Shrine of Cain is
The sea brings
The Shrine of
death.
Cain almost has its walls. I think we can probably just be like this. Yeah, we have 2 turns until the walls are up. This will be fine.
The seas are
Okay, so we have some money left over. How far are we from money right? Money right is in 8 turns. What do I want to do with all this cash? I don't know yet. Hold on. Let's finish our moving our stuff around.
do not make
So you do not want to be in March mode if you don't absolutely have to be. You have so little movement. Jungles are tough when you don't have legs. Well, I kind of want to just chase Chargelock around and attack him, but maybe we should actually come over here and harass this settlement a little bit. So Viola is nowhere near any other treasure, and she's okay at wounding stuff. I mean, she can certainly, like, just assault units. I don't know if that's actually valuable, though.
known for it. We shall feast.
I assume this one is also scavened up already?
Ship shape.
Yeah. It does not have a real garrison, or at least it doesn't have walls. So what we could do, I suppose... I was thinking with glee about not having to have that army up anymore, but maybe what we should do here is, like, put an army together in Port Reaver where there's a bunch of really good raised dead stuff in the pool. Come up to the Fallen Gates and try to push back. Yeah, we probably need another army. Man. Also, holy crap, this area is undeveloped. Well, does Hexawaddle have recruitment stuff? It does not. I kind of stopped paying attention to this area of the map. It stopped mattering. Well, let's get the army together, because we can build it mostly out of the raised dead pool. So this army might actually hang around for a little bit. We should try to make sure we get decent traits. I like gain loyalty from winning battles. Winning siege battles is a little bit trickier, but, like, just the brute trait is good. He's a Death Admiral. I wish we could sort them. Loyalty decline rate is lowered. That's good. Gains loyalty from recruiting is also good. +1 recruit rank for all units is also good, although I don't think that works on Raised Dead. I think it means, like, traditional recruiting. Oh, Bones McDonald will be back in 2 turns. Maybe I just wait for him. I don't know where it's going to resummon him, though. Yeah, maybe I should just wait, though. They're not being very aggressive right now. Let's just make sure that we have stuff going here. So, Fallen Gates. We have walls around all of the little settlements. Let's get a garrison building up. And important recruitment stuff. We definitely want a monster building. We definitely want a gunnery building. We don't need to upgrade any of the rest of this stuff, so what do I want to do with 6,600 gold?
What is your demand?
Right, Cat Rogers is probably fine where she is. We definitely want to be upgrading this stuff as well. Yeah, so we don't really want to summon another army yet because we want to have all this income. I wonder if Hellebron's army will turn around now that it probably looks to them like the Shrine of Cain is unguarded. Because our ambush stance hasn't broken, right? Theoretically, we are still invisible. Also, I should really remove this Black Arc whenever I can find the time to do so. Yep, so they turn back around. They will get to the Shrine of Cain before the walls are finished. But we have an army that is in full health in ambush mode right near that. I think we're okay. Oh, really? They just went after us. Okay, well, I guess we fight it. I'm a little worried about the fact that the balance of power bar feels like I might not win this. I'm especially surprised about this because that first army had to go into full sail mode in order to get within reinforcement range of the battle, so this other army should not have had the movement range to reach us because they were right on top of each other. I wonder if the AI sometimes applies a small amount of cheat to its moves in order to make up for the fact that it's sort of naturally bad at coordination. All right, well, I appreciate that they're all coming in from basically the same side. Do we want to just like corner camp a little bit here? I want to try to minimize the amount that they can use these like rocky bits as cover, you know? They have some cavalry, but not a ton. But maybe the right thing to do is to, intersperse our melee and ranged here, like we sometimes do. Let's put the depth guard kind of in the middle so that they don't get murdered. Just, like, stretch across the zone like that, although apparently not exactly like that because my formation is both too deep and too wide. There we go. And then we just set up the artillery crew behind, as we always do. I actually want the Colossus to be a little bit further forward. I want it to be able to be a part of the battle. Tim Fenn right here. Yep, keeps all of the artillery in range of his buffs. And Robert on this side, Celestra on this side. This seems like a reasonable formation. We're ready to respond to cavalry charges because we have the melee interspersed with the ranged. Make sure we're using Arcane Conduit right away, and they attacked me, so I am allowed to wait. Also, they're in Queen Bess range. Unfortunately, we know their ranged are shorter than ours. Yeah, maybe you guys should do something rather than just waiting. Holy crap, we've almost killed that unit of Dark Shards. I mean, look, if they want to slow roll and just let me do this, I guess I'm okay with that. What they're doing is they're trying to mass up, right? But honestly, they're still gonna have to walk through an awful lot of gunfire. I don't actually think I'm afraid of this. And the Queen Bess has range on everything in their army, so I'm going to move the Colossus forward a bit. I don't really want to move the mortars around too much, although, you know what, we got time. We could definitely walk the Colossus around, though. It is way faster than artillery usually are. There's no reason it shouldn't be in range. Yep, so there's some good cannon fire. So we want to make sure we're really getting maximum value on our ammo replenishments here, because this is gonna be a long battle. Okay, the normal mortars are starting to fire too. Can we get Queen Bess to focus on these dark shards? I'd love it if they had no melee or no range left at all when they came after us. Kind of seems like we should move the mortars forward a little bit, like even a little bit further. Sisters of Slaughter have no armor on, so this should do some reasonable damage there. Okay, they're finally starting to realize they should at least, like, be moving. Seems like a fine time for the first reload. Okay. Now they want to fight. They've actually been flanking around to the side here. Our gunnery line is tilted, but not tilted enough. I'm going to move Silastra over to that side a little bit. Oh no, she's already on that side. Ha! I was thinking ahead kind of on purpose almost. Let's just make sure that she is out here representing, because apparently they're going to try to make a thing of this. These poor cavalry are just going to get torn apart. They're not going to get anywhere near me. I don't know what their plan was here. Also, noticing these guys aren't actually firing. Huh, they're on the high ground. Weird. Alright, let's have a quick chat with these flankers. You will fight me. These are the rules. You must fight. Don't bring your crazy dark elf lightning over here. I'm not afraid of you. So we need to, real quick, make sure that our units are lined up in a reasonable fashion. For some reason, my Necrofex Colossus is just facing backwards now. That's not what I want from it. I kind of think we need to just, like, take the whole line here. With the exception of the 2 artillery units, and just, how do I do this again? Hold control, and then, yeah, I just need to, like, tilt the line a little bit. I want to keep our formation, but, yeah, we gotta make some changes real fast, and then the Queen Bess should be firing into these Black Ark Corsairs. They are grouping up for us in a way that's really lovely. If we would just actually shoot at them, we could probably do some real damage here. I'm going to have the Necrofex Colossus walk back into the line, or where the line is going to be here. Yeah, alright, I don't think we need to make any other big changes, and I do think Silastra and her 2 summoned units are going to be able to kill all of these cavalry. Yep, they're doing some fine work already. Yep, here it goes. Oh no, my hidden units! Do we want Silastra to turn around? I kind of want to stay in right here. I guess what we can do is just summon some crabs right there, without actually having to have her move. Because she's doing important work right now. We gotta make sure that these cavalry guys actually die. And then... It's maybe a little bit early for the shanty. I'm going to be patient. We are also going to have Robert ride out. This is probably about the time. They have a Dreadlord with a sword and crossbow on foot. We could certainly mess with him. I could have Robert just charge their formation because Robert doesn't take damage from enemies, basically. Do Sisters of Slaughter have magic damage? No, but they have poison. That's interesting. They have the Defender tag while having 5 armor. I don't really know a lot about Dark Elf units. This is a hole in my knowledge that I probably should try to fix. So the point is, I don't really know where I want him to ride out. Presumably he should charge somebody. Just keep them out here. I guess what I'll have him do is just ride out on these guys. Try to keep these units away from the ranged. Then once we get them broken down, we can sort of fold in and make the concave happen. We've had good experiences with the concave, which I guess means that the Sirens. Well, let's have the Sirens ride up into position or move up into position, but they don't need to attack. These Sirens, on the other hand, should absolutely get to murdering. Yeah, we'll leave the other melee units in the middle here. We don't want to start throwing grenades yet. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the reload skill. Okay, so the purple glow is their murderous mastery thing triggering. This is their big army-wide buff that they get when they've killed enough enemies. It will happen for a while, and then it will go away, and once it goes away, they're going to be in like the real serious kind of trouble. So let's buff first before we go into actual combat. The Death Guard approach, and they're immediately like, no, sorry, I didn't mean it. I don't actually want to fight you. Robert, you absolute monster. I'm trying to click these guys back over here. There's a lot of unpathable terrain where they just won't take movement orders. I'm going to switch up our roles here. Sirens need to come back. They're not going to be able to attack these guys. Enemy is too fast. Alright, we're keeping all the enemies off of us. Silostra needs to ride in over here and work stuff out. Her sword has stopped replenishing because she is no longer in active combat, which is just an embarrassment to all of us. Also, while she's riding out, she can set up a nice cannon fire. God, Silostra's powerful. The School of the Deeps, I don't even think it's the best school of magic, but man, it feels really good to use. So it looks like we have... Honestly, it looks like we've pretty much broken them already. Shoot at those dark shards. Where is the Queen Bess? Are you targeting right now? You can probably stop shooting at those guys. Here, shoot at... Yeah, well, I don't know if I want to shoot at Silostra. That's where she's about to be. I guess there's not really a lot of important stuff to shoot at anymore. I guess you could drive off these Sisters of Slaughter who seem not to be interested in giving up. The mortars can fire... Yeah, the mortars can fire on these dark shards. Silostra's riding over here, so yeah, okay. Alright. And unfortunately, the polearm Depth Guard look like they're not going to get any kills this battle. We'll have them ride out. Let's see if they can't do something. Reload you, I guess. God, this can't... Vangeist's Revenge is such a good-looking spell. Oh, summons up on the other cavalry. Alright, do not let those dark shards escape. Okay, this was not that hard. Where's Robert? Robert, you had orders. Go do the thing I told you to do. Yeah, that balance of power bar was severely mistaken. This was lovely. Close victory. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, I mean, look how close these numbers are. We lost 36 people. They brought almost 2,500. Well, no, Matt, that's bad math. They brought like 2,100, 2,200 Dark Elves. They managed to kill 36 of us. It was pretty much just Depth Guard. It was just Depth Guard who died. None of our gunners took even a single point of damage. The Necrofex Colossus kind of caught a little bit. 437 kills on the Queen Bess. We have definitely stacked up a lot of our powerful stuff in one army here. Like, it is probably the case that Robert and Silostra and the Queen Bess should be in 3 different armies. But I really love having this one army that can just slaughter everyone. I'm going to go ahead and just take the replenishment here. Yeah, that's not that much money. Let's put all my Depth Guard back at full health. So one of those armies was completely wiped out. The other one was only mostly wiped out. And Clan Rictus is looking really weak on the balance of power bar there. Yeah, it turns out I may have been underestimating. Ridiculously enough, I may have been underestimating Silostra's army. Because I thought we were going to have to, like, employ strategy against those elves. And it turns out that, really, tactics was going to be enough. I can't believe they only killed 36 of us. There were so many of them. I mean, I don't know what they could have done different. There were some strategy screw-ups there, probably. But what strategy could they really have employed? I need to maybe think about focusing a little bit more on Deeps magic, maybe? Like, all the summons are really useful. Maybe we should have more Lords of the Deeps. Because I love the Vampire School. I love Invocation of Nahak. It is super powerful. But maybe I'm undervaluing the summons. I think in theory, I believe Bretonnia is still at war with the Dark Elves and could theoretically show up to help us, but it seems pretty likely now that that is not going to happen. Okay, Enrialdo is fortunate. Boy, if he got wounded out right now, that would be super annoying. Okay, so Clark Harrond is bringing their one army to bear against us. We shall ride north and smash them. And then we will wipe out Clark Harrond, because I am tired of dealing with all of that nonsense. So, here's a question. Do I want to do another temporary hire at the Shrine of Cain? Oh, hey, Tim Fenn's back. Cool, where's he? Okay, he can just roll into that army. Yeah, do I want to do another temporary summon at the Shrine of Cain? Because it would be really cool if we could get them to back off for one additional turn.
All bones on deck.
They don't see my ambush. Oh, also, we've encountered the Black Spider Tribe. All up in my territory. Yep, they like spiders. Also, dinosaurs. Man, I really just don't have time for you. They're like... Oh, wow. Okay, they're massing on my border. They really think they're going to go for this. Do I want to wait the one more turn for the Legendary Lord to come back and have him command here? I think I do. Ugh, this is a situation. We found ourselves in a little bit of a situation. What else do we want to do with Robert? So Robert could ride out and assassinate people now. That is an option he has. He's only going to gain 4 more levels after this. So we could cap off some more melee defense, but like we don't need that. I'm not going to pull him out of the army and have him assault units and garrisons. That's just not going to happen. So he just doesn't have any useful points left anymore. I suppose the only thing that can really get him in trouble is if he gets in melee combat with somebody who has magic damage who is actually able to hit him. So, in that sense, taking more melee defense is combating his only weakness. We probably could take the auto-resolve on this without taking a lot of damage, but we may as well just bang this out real fast. We're not going to do any more major battles this episode anyway already, because we're 58 minutes in. So let's just do this, get it over with, and then not have to worry about the Blessed Dread for a while. Right, because I can't imagine, with their 3 settlements, I can't imagine they're running too many armies. Us defeating a stack and a half probably sets them back to 0. Which means that Silostra can just ride through the jungle and burn them out real fast. Alright, yep, 17's fine, kind of whatever. We don't really want to have this big copse of trees in front of us. Set up the gunnery mob, like right here. Set up the melee mob right next to him. Okay. I probably want these guys tilted that way a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. And then I suppose Silostra and Robert should be over here with the army. We don't really have to think that hard about this one. Right, they're in range? Yeah, okay. Set this on fast forward. Just let the Queen Bess handle it, pretty much. Ha! Got him right on the front side. I will say, it doesn't seem like the Necrofex Colossus has very good accuracy. I can't believe how much their ranged cavalry are letting me shoot them. They have the tools necessary to just not get caught. Hey, melee crew, back up. Why are my guns... My guns are not in range, really? Alright, Robert, turn around and kill these guys. Turn around and kill this lord. Pop all of your various potions. Okay, battle over. I mean, Celestra should definitely ride forward. Oh, Robert just took some actual damage there. What on earth? I think he might be getting hit by my artillery. Unacceptable. Okay, that was easy enough. Robert taking damage. Just absurd. Did I really have 3 depth guard die to that first volley of ranged fire? Man, my guys are fragile. Like the only units we have that can take a beating at all are Sirens when they're fighting things that are strictly physical. And even then, sometimes they get attacked and then get sad and die from sadness. And maybe the Rotting Prometheans? Honestly, we have, like, no experience using real Rotting Prometheans, and Silostras die pretty quickly, but that's because they're summoned and they're automatically depleting the moment you summon them. Well, neither one of these are good. Okay, got ourselves a new Banner of Eternal Flame, which is not, you know, terribly useful. Okay, can Silostra get on shore and just do this thing this turn? No, it looks like I cannot. I get close. Okay, let's attack Teclis. Oh, I don't think we've fought. Have we fought Teclis?
No.
No, she says. I would like to. Can you please get on land? She will not get on land. So I can't get on land because I can't get on the beach at all because of their... Here, let me see if we can rotate around a little bit. Is there anywhere on this beach that we can land? No, the only way to get up here is to go up on land over there, apparently. Huh. I can't just attack this from the ocean? That's really annoying. Alright, well, I guess we'll do that then. Caught off guard by that one a little bit. We go into March mode, we don't actually get any extra movement. Let me turn the camera back. So I guess we'll do a replenishment here. We'll dig. We'll just dig up What's-His-Face's land. Not because I think there's anything here, but out of spite. And then we'll go into replenishment mode here. Alright. Burke Black. Somebody has to ride up to deal with these Dark Elves. It probably doesn't have to be both of us, but we do, I think, need both of us to make a convincing attack at Hotek's Column. I believe Hotek's Column is a big... It's the major settlement in the region, right? And I think we saw that it has a full garrison building as well when we scouted it with a hero earlier. So I am concerned about that.
Unthinkable.
Maybe let's just ride up here together, or we could leave one of us in control of the Twisted Glade until... That's probably what we'll do. I'll have Peggy Rains stay down here and hold the Twisted Glade.
I have arrived.
Plus, she can sit in here and drive Public Order up with her army. And you... I think they're headed to Blacklight. Blacklight won't have its walls until the beginning of my next turn, and it looks like... Yeah, of course. Of course they can exactly reach it. Oh, but they can exactly reach it in March mode. They can't attack it. Alright, yeah, I think we want to just... Maybe make a normal move to the monoliths so that we can keep upgrading the building. I don't think we have to march this turn,
There, my
since the Blacklight Tower will have the walls up before they arrive. Slaver's Point is working on being able to have walls at some point in the future. Do I want to get this? Like, we haven't really tried out a routing Leviathan. The thing is, if I have a big monster, I want it to be a big monster that has 4 cannons on its arm. Because why wouldn't that be the thing you want, right?
Blood and
So Peggy is where Peggy needs to be. I would like to sit outside of the garrison in ambush mode, for obvious reasons, but I don't think that's a good idea right now. Okay, the raised dead pool is better than usual, but still not actually good.
all bones on deck.
So over here, we need to make a decision about how we're going to handle this. We'll come back to Cat
Bones
Rains.
on deck.
Cat Rogers is... Yep, just playing defense. I guess since she's sitting here, we could be doing some recruitment. Let's replace her terrible deckhands with sirens at the very least. We'll get some rotting Promethean gunnery mobs in here as well to replace some of this middle stuff when we have that building. How are we doing on that building? Okay, we're 2 turns off of the level 3 version. We have to get it to level 4, unfortunately. Tim Fenn. Yeah, okay, Tim Fenn would be good in this army. Let's drop a unit of... Oh, let's drop a bloated corpse.
The sea brings death.
Find that powder, cook.
Any sea legs should... And hindering replenishment's not terribly valuable here. Tell me what this settlement actually looks like. Alright, get that off the screen. Okay, they don't have a garrison building here. It's all recruitment focused. Also, apparently I have a Temple of Kara Cove. Did I seriously not ever build anything in this cove? Well, it now has a value of 980, so we probably ought to build a hideout, right? I coved that like a super long time ago. I can't believe I never built anything in it. Actually, no, it's me. I can kind of believe I never built anything in it. So this settlement is actually very attackable with that full stack. I just have to be... I would have to be sure that I'm not going to get attacked by an army at the same time. Do they have any characters down here that we could try to wound? Nope, it's all just Skaven units. Well... Yeah, go check out the Moon Shard too. Let's figure out what the situation is here. So we know that both of these settlements are theirs. We know that neither one of them has a garrison building. It's all good stuff. All good to know. We could just recruit the rest of the Legendary Admiral force. And we don't have to worry about loyalty. These guys are a little bit better than normal admirals. And they don't die when I lose my army to Skaven. So that's good. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll just grab them real fast. Honestly, a seascape artist is a pretty useful dude. Actually, I kind of want this. It's not great, but it'll take a turn off of the wall building everywhere. And like, we do want to kind of get those up quickly. It reduces the amount of time I have to sit around. And we're not getting any, like, we're not getting good research anywhere. We got all the good stuff already. Okay, so Eve Hodgson is back next turn. O'Bones McDonald is back next turn. We maybe want to just end the turn with a bunch of money so we can summon O'Bones McDonald at Port Reaver, fill his army with the raised dead pool, and then, like, get marching. We should definitely be upgrading this building, though. We need that building to be at a good level. This building doesn't really need to be upgraded. I guess it unlocks the Norse Roar for local battles, but no, it's not. That's not a big deal. And we are 7 turns off of money thing. We could get the public order thing rolling, but I don't actually care about that. Yeah, alright. Let's run one more cycle of enemy turns here and then end the video. It's going to be so nice to be done with Lothern. And then once we've wiped out this Dark Elf faction down here, we no longer have to worry about the southern part of Ulthuan being attacked. They're just riding around spending money on securing influence that they can't use for anything. It's like they don't have enough places to put all of the, Oh, the enemy failed to spot my ambush. Attack now and the element of surprise will give you the upper hand. And ambush actually worked. Okay, so I think we're going to stop here then, because I don't want to do this battle right now. We will start the next episode with this, and then follow it with the final Siege of Lothern. It's going to be a big one. So, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. Elf blood will be spilled, and we'll see you then.